I will call the public hearing for Tangipahoa Parish for November the 13th, 2023 to order. We have, excuse me, we have 6 items on the public hearing. The first item is an ordinance 2316 authorizing a lease of property to the Tangipahoa Communications District 911 Board for the existing site at 211 Campo Lane, Amite in District 3. Anyone here to speak on that? Next item is an ordinance granting to, it's 2359, ordering granting to Energy LLC the renewal of a franchise for a period of 25 years. Anyone here to speak on that? Number 3 is an ordinance placing 25-mile-an-hour school zone speed limit signs on Old Genesee Road, entering Midway Elementary School in District 4. Anyone here to speak on that? The next one is 2362, an ordinance to amend Tangipahoa Parish Ordinance 2355, Planning and Development Standards for Subdivision of Property, Section 3690, Minor Subdivision Standards for Family Petitions. Anyone here to speak on that one? Item 5, 2363, an ordinance placing 15-mile-an-hour speed limit signs on Charlotte Drive and Armato Lane in District 4. Anyone here to speak on that item? And the last one in the public hearing is 2364, an ordinance placing 25-mile-an-hour school zone speed limit signs on Ridgeville Road, exiting Ponchatoula High School in District 9. Anyone here to speak on that? If not, I'll close the public hearing and I'll call the Tangipahoa Parish Council meeting to order. I will do the invocation and I'll ask Mr. Bruno to do the pledge. Would you stand, please?
Mute cell phones. Mute cell phones.
Lord, thank you for allowing us to gather here tonight to do the people's business in Tangipahoa Parish and this great nation, the United States of America. Please give us guidance and strength as we do the people's business and help us always move forward with the goal of bettering all our citizens' quality of life. We as a council offer our condolences to the Mayu family as Councilman Joey Mayu lost his mother last week. Let's keep the Mayu family in our prayers. Also, Lord, please protect those in our military who at this very moment may be in harm's way so we may live freely in a great nation. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Mr. Bruno?
Would all veterans and active military please render the proper salute, face the flag. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Yeah, if anyone has a cell phone, I would ask you to please mute it or turn it off. Okay, Ms. Jill, would you do roll, please?
Mr. Forrest.
Here.
Mr. Ingraffia. Mr. Joseph. Mr. Bruno. Here. Mr. Richtel.
Here.
Mr. Mayu. Mr. Wells.
Here.
Mr. Vial.
Here.
Ms. Hyde.
Here.
Ms. Coates.
Okay, adoption of the minutes dated October 23rd, 2023. Is there a motion?
I so move, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Mr. Wells, is there a second?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph, would you call roll, please?
Mr. Forrest.
Yes.
Mr. Joseph.
Yes.
Mr. Bruno. Mr. Richtel. Mr. Wells.
Yes.
Mr. Vial.
Yes.
Ms. Hyde.
Yes.
Ms. Coates.
Okay, motion passes 8-0. Public input, anyone wishing to address agenda items which were not on the public hearing? Okay, we'll move on to parish presence report, and Mr. Miller is out of town on parish business. The first item under the parish presence report is Roxy Toolbox poster winners. So Miss Ginger, I think, is here to handle that.
Y'all are going to need to get up and take pictures.
And we have quite a crowd here tonight, and amongst the crowd we have Mr. Bruno's granddaughter, Miss Audrey, and Miss Hyde's nephew, Nate. So thank y'all for being here tonight. Miss Ginger, I'm going to turn this over to you.
Okay. Well, we're finishing up the 10 weeks for the fall, finishing this week, so when I finish.
Microphone, Ginger. Mic, please.
For the person, yeah.
Now, can you hear me?
Now we got you. We got you.
Normally my voice carries, okay? So we're finishing up this week for the fall 10-week session. We have schools that are here tonight represented is Mata de la Rosa, Courtney Christian School, Roseland, St. Joseph, Laranja Elementary, and Independence. I had over 300 students this semester.
Great.
So the word is getting out. These kids have been taught 10 weeks what not to do and what to do.
And they're going to teach that to their parents.
And they're going to take, yes, I've had several parents tell me, okay, Miss Ginger, we like you, but some days we don't. We get ready to roll the window down and throw gum out. So it is working, Councilman, and I appreciate of us being able to do this. The kids love the program. They love doing their posters, and they have found out what trash is all about, and that we're not supposed to do it. Am I correct? Yes? Are we supposed to throw trash out of a rolling car? No, ma'am? Okay. And listen, I think the councilman may have a few questions for y'all, and then we're going to let each one of y'all say your name and what school you're from, okay? Can you handle that? And then Miss Megan and I are going to give you your gifts, okay? Okay. All right, Mr. Joseph, we're ready.
Okay, well, first of all, the business is to thank our students and their parents for being so litter conscious. We appreciate that. Read an article just the other day about how trashy some states are, but Louisiana is putting forth a tremendous effort to make sure we don't get like those other states. But it's because of the work you're doing, Ginger, and these students involved.
Mr. Nathan wanted me to let the councilman know, as of October the 31st, we've picked up 18,456 bags of trash and 359 tires.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
So that's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing that it's getting picked up, but it's a bad thing that people are still throwing out. But I know one day we're not going to have any trash on our highways and on in our ditches. Okay.
You guys are doing a good job.
Y'all ready? Okay. There you go.
And look, anyone, I'm not going to call on any particular student, but whoever wants to answer, jump at it. What are the 3 R's? Oh, man, this class all A's, I believe. Man. All right. What type of trash never goes away? Yeah. Yeah, everybody wins the prize. How much trash does each person throw away? Say it again. Ooh,
That's a day. Per person.
That's a lot of trash. All right. I got one here, though. This is going to be a tough one. Is cigarettes safe to throw down on the ground? No. Why not? Hey, look, I think all these students ready for college. Oh, no. Now, here's a tough one. Why are snipe signs illegal?
Go ahead. Y'all know it. They're not put in the correct place. That's when they become a snipe sign.
You are 100% correct, darling. And I'm sure some of these politicians, they know what we're talking about.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. Because the kids know.
Yes.
But it's not just politician signs. That's what I wanted to explain to them. It's garage sale signs. It's people trying to sell mattresses. It's all of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
What type of landfill does the parish have? My goodness. I tell you what, Miss Ginger, we're going to let these kids teach the class from now on.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, we'll be the students.
Okay, that's great.
Is Nate here? He's
Yeah.
gonna lose his job. But he's coming.
Okay. Does trash go into our ocean if it's not picked up off the ground? Yes. And then that harms the... That's exactly right, darling. Okay. What was your favorite thing about the litter class? What was it? That is beautiful.
Pretty good.
Who can tell me about what's textile? All right.
Go ahead. What's textiles? Cloth or fabric, that's correct. Okay.
And look, I see my little soccer player out there. Raise your hand, soccer player. Hey, she is all right. Thank you all. so much.
Okay.
Maybe another council member may.
Do y'all
have
want
something.
to, anybody else want to ask them any questions?
I think they've been asked enough.
You sure?
I want to say you do a great
They
job.
passed the
And they're
test.
doing a great job. also.
Thank you.
Would y'all say
Okay.
they passed the test? Let's give them a round of applause.
Yeah.
So I will be starting back in January, and I will have like 8 classes starting in January. So it will be about the same amount of students. So we are touching a good many students every year.
Good work.
Ginger, I just want to say that it's been a pleasure. my
Mike,
years
Mr.
working
Bruno,
with you.
Mike.
And it takes a special person to do what you're doing, to work with these kids like this.
Yeah.
And you know, one day these are going to be the ones that are sitting here. So what they learned today, y'all remember. One day y'all going to be leaders in the parish, and you're going to be sitting here watching the next group of kids that Miss Ginger's teaching 25 years from now.
Well, I don't know about that, Mr. Bruno, but thank you, Mr. Bruno. But one thing, if y'all run for election, what are you not going to put out? Snipe signs? In the wrong places, right?
That's right.
Okay, it's okay to put them out if they're on private property, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
All right, so.
Great job, all of
Can
you.
they say their name, Mr.?
Sure.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so what we gonna do?
Ginger, won't you take that mic and let them hold, you can pick it up and let them talk.
No, pick up the whole thing.
This
There you
thing?
go.
Oh,
And
okay.
bring it to them so that everybody can hear their
Okay.
name.
All right. You wanna spread them out? Sure. Okay. Y'all wanna spread out so everybody can see y'all? Okay. Here we go.
My name is Abigail, and I'm from St. Joseph. Hi, my name is Peyton, and I'm from Rosa Montessori.
My name is Addie, and I'm from Rosa Montessori.
My name is Kira, and I'm from Rosa Montessori School.
My name is Hadley, and I'm from Mater Della Rosa.
My name is Adeline, and I'm from Mater Della Rosa.
My name is Jenna, and I'm from Independence Leadership Academy.
My name is Hadley, and I'm from Independence Leadership Academy.
My name is Michaela, and I'm from Independence Leadership Academy.
My name is Lillian, and I'm from Lorandra Elementary School.
My name is Madeline Traylor, and I'm from the Roger Elementary School.
My name is Allie, and I'm from Leadership Academy.
Okay.
My name is Jason, and I'm from Independence Leadership Academy.
Okay.
My name is Audrey Bruno, and I'm from Lorandra Elementary School.
Do you know anybody on the council here?
My grandpa.
Sweet man.
You missed one, Jim. In the back there. Young man in the back.
My name is Liam, and I'm from LES.
Around the elementary.
My name is John Paul, and I'm from Mater Della Rosa.
My name is Eli, and I'm from Courtney Christian School.
My name is Aiden, and I'm from Courtney Christian School.
My name is Levi, I'm from Courtney Christian School.
My name is Grayson, and I'm from Courtney Christian School.
My name is Nathan, and I'm from Courtney Christian School.
My name is Jason, I'm from St. Joseph.
My name is Avery, and I'm from St. Joseph.
My name's Sailor, and I'm from St. Joseph.
Okay, I'm just gonna tell you, they're not all this quiet in the classroom. I just wanna let you know.
Ginger, is this your largest class?
Yes, it's the most students I've had since I started, yes.
Because I think this is the biggest one we've ever had up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they love to come to the council meeting. They wanna know what's going on. They wanna know. They
We
wanna know.
love to have them.
That's right. Okay, so Miss Megan, can we pass out the gifts and then their prizes, and then we'll let them go? But they're all getting a grabber to pick up trash. So I should not go to any school and see any trash on the campus, okay?
Right. Good job.
Won't you set them up to take a picture first and then do the honor, so they don't have to hold all that stuff? Y'all want to take a picture?
Yeah.
Look, turn
Hey, you might want to turn them around
Get
so
them over
that
here. Line them up. Line them up front of this.
well, that's a big old group of them, huh?
Carla, Mr. Joseph, y'all gonna go take a picture with them?
Y'all just stand up behind them where y'all sit.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I can just, well, let's get out there.
You good, Bubba?
Can you see? I'll make sure we can see everybody, okay?
Oh, man. Okay. How you doing? Yep. No problem, my friend. Okay. All right, the next item on the agenda. Bye-bye, good night.
Thank you. Good job, Ginger.
The next item on the agenda is a proclamation for GIS Day, and Miss Tracy is going to be handling that for us. You got it.
I got it. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
I have a proclamation here, and due to our agenda being really long, and I have a little presentation, I'm not going to read the proclamation, but GIS Day is Wednesday, November 15th, and Mr. Bill, I'm sure you're aware of our GIS technician. He's prepared what's called a story map. This is a short version that's going to be longer versions on our website, so you can see it in the future as soon as we get this posted. But I'm just going to show you this little presentation he did for you guys, and it explains what GIS is. Audio. There we go.
The purpose of this story is to acquaint you, the viewer, with the history, assets, and capabilities of GIS in Tangipahoa Parish, Louisiana. Leveraging these assets and capabilities serves a dual purpose. Internally, to facilitate the functioning of and collaboration between departments within parish government, and externally, to serve the residents and businesses of Tangipahoa Parish with data and information that is accessible, timely, and complete. The following slides will guide you through a general introduction to GIS and the origins of GIS in Tangipahoa Parish, followed by an interactive showcase of our GIS applications. Here, for example, is a sample of the application used for referencing flood zones and base flood elevations throughout Tangipahoa Parish. What is GIS? GIS stands for Geographic Information System. As defined by Esri, a GIS is a system that creates, manages, analyzes, and maps all types of data, utilizing both hardware and software. GIS connects data to a map, integrating location data with all types of descriptive information. This provides a foundation for mapping and analysis used in science and government, as well as throughout a host of industries worldwide. GIS helps users understand patterns, relationships, and geographic context. The benefits include enhanced communication and efficiency, as well as improved decision-making. It also refers to the field or industry collectively. GIS employs millions throughout the world and was observed to have grown by 12% between 2021 and 2022 alone. It is currently expected to be the fastest growing global industry by 2030. What is Esri? Esri stands for the Environmental Systems Research Institute based in Redlands, California. Founded by Jack and Laura Dangermond in 1969, Esri distinguished itself in the field by adopting a geographic approach to problem solving, empowered by state-of-the-art GIS technology. This approach established the benchmark for the emerging GIS industry. Esri has since grown to become the industry leader in GIS software, location intelligence, and mapping. Today, Esri products and platforms represent the face of GIS on a truly global scale. From the plan to Tangis. In January 2008, the Tangipahoa Parish Planning Department was created as a component of the comprehensive plan. Its purpose was, and is, to handle the division of land and to regulate development via the application of adopted development regulations. It was noted that the nature of planning operations would involve geospatial and mapping components, and in August 2008, GIS was added to the nascent planning team. In the years that followed, an extensive repository of data and maps was compiled as requirements flowed in from both within and outside the department. During these years, GIS was steadily becoming established as an essential component of parish operations. Then, in 2016, a new component was added: the ability to host layered maps of parish data online, freely accessible to the public, 24/7, 365. Esri ArcGIS Online was secured as the hosting platform, and a bold new step was taken, named for an amalgam of Tangi and GIS, Tangis. Tangis demo. This is a sample of the Tangis property boundaries application for parcels and lots. Note that the primary data displayed here are parcels and lots, as that is the focus of the application. Highways and streets, as well as public land survey sections in the public-facing version, are included as supplemental data. Click on a parcel to select it. Upon selection, a pop-up will appear displaying basic data applicable to the parcel, including a link to its current record with the Office of the Assessor. Click on the parish seal in the pop-up to open the assessment record in a new browser tab. Into the field. The next great step soon came to fruition in the form of field data collection applications. the direction of the Public Works Department and the parish engineer, a review was initiated of cross drains and culverts throughout the parish. This was for the purpose of documenting their condition and maintenance status, but there was more. Up to this point, whatever data that existed pertaining to culverts was either on paper or in spreadsheets and was years old in some cases. In 2022, GIS was set to change that. This map is the culmination of that achievement. Using a carefully crafted network of online surveys and GPS-linked applications, the first ever field data collection of culverts was accomplished throughout Tangipahoa Parish. Each point in the map represents the location of a culvert surveyed. Click on a point to select it. Upon selection, a pop-up will appear displaying the data collected for each culvert, as well as, another first, digital photos taken during the collection, visually documenting its condition. Use the plus and minus buttons to zoom the map in or out to access points that appear to crowd at or lie outside the default or home map extent. Making digital history. 2023 has witnessed a steady stream of innovation for GIS in Tangipahoa Parish, moving things forward at an unprecedented pace. One such example is displayed in this map. At first glance, it resembles the 2022 culvert data collection, which it is, with one important distinction. Now, with just minutes of instruction, departments throughout the parish may use an editor application, such as this one, to manage their own data to their specific requirements. This application, another first for the parish, was developed at the request of the parish engineer. Using the 2022 culvert data collection as a baseline, it enables the public works staff to enter updates to the data and even new data as required. In this case, we see culverts that have been replaced, as well as those that have remained current since the 2022 collection. This is an ongoing effort, now and for the future, empowering the public works staff to maintain a purely digital maintenance history for every culvert in the parish with a minimum of effort. And as stated above, this application is simple to duplicate and customize for departments and data requirements throughout the organization. Dashboard demo. Another innovation for GIS in 2023 came from an entirely new direction, ArcGIS dashboards. As defined by Esri, a dashboard enables users to convey information by presenting location-based analytics using intuitive and interactive data visualizations, all on a single screen. They contain various elements, including tabular or numeric data, charts and graphs, maps, and even camera feeds. They are used for making decisions, visualizing trends, monitoring real-time status, and informing communities. Customized for specific audiences, they provide the ability to quickly slice through the data and get the answers those audiences need, sometimes in critical or emergency situations. Such as in this dashboard, which monitors occupancy and availability levels at each of the parish's 13 designated shelter locations. During activations of the Tangipahoa Parish EOC, local officials would consult this dashboard for the latest shelter status in order to determine if additional shelters should be opened or closed. That information would then be conveyed from local officials to the public via local news media. Click the left and right arrows atop each of the 4 gauge and indicator elements to scroll through a mock status for each shelter using the index and shelter field values from the table as a guide. make sure that the indices of all 4 elements are the same for each shelter viewed. Innovation by survey. Our latest innovation for 2023, made just prior to the November publication of this story, is the Tangipahoa and Access Survey. This survey represents a significant milestone for GIS in Tangipahoa Parish. First, it is the first local example of GIS utilizing direct public participation in the creation of data. Second, it is the first local example of innovation driving innovation. As part of the parish's broadband initiative, the results of this survey will be used to guide technological investment aimed at making broadband internet access more suitable and available to a larger segment of the residents and businesses of Tangipahoa Parish. In closing, there are limitless possibilities for GIS in Tangipahoa Parish as we look to 2024 and beyond. Each of these possibilities brings with it the promise of greater GIS integration in ways that benefit everyone. Involvement is key. We are currently exploring ideas for making several departments, such as the EOC, Public Works, and Animal Control, more GIS-centric. This will involve technologies already in use, such as dashboards and GPS, to incorporate real-time elements into their operations. Another idea is to expand public participation via surveys. For example, when a resident reports an issue, a simple form is completed with both mapped and descriptive elements, the where and what, which is then submitted directly to local officials for action. The results are clear. Faster and wealthier exchanges of information that enhance existing operations. As we have revealed throughout this story, the technology required to do this already exists. But by far, the most valuable part involves you, our residents and local businesses, using GIS together to improve quality of life throughout Tangipahoa Parish. We are excited for what the future holds and hope you will join us there.
That's it. I was a little lengthy, but we have a longer version online that we're going to share, and hopefully we can get more departments involved. Our engineering department has been keeping us really busy, and it's really nice to see them use this technology and just help answer questions on a day-to-day basis that you don't have to go dig for paper and go, click of a button and find that information we've collected out in the field.
System's come a long way, really has.
It's fun and exciting. Thank
Okay,
you.
Thank you much.
Great job.
Okay, next item under Parish President's Report is accept the recommendation of condemnation report 13258, Old Baton Rouge Highway, Hammond, Louisiana 70403, assessment number 4499700, District 6, Mr. Mayu. I spoke with him today and he's good with this. Someone wants to make that motion.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
That's Mr. Wells and Ms. Hyde. Would you call roll, please?
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Richtel?
Yes.
Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Bial?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Coates?
Yes.
Mr. Forrest?
Yes.
All right, then we're going to move into regular business. Notice of election, Hammond Area Recreation District 1.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Jim Ryan, Government
Mr.
Consultants.
Ryan, thank you.
We have the vice chair here from Hammond Rec. This is simply letting you know that next month they'll be here to ask for a renewal of their 10 mil 15-year property tax for the Hammond Area Rec District.
Okay. No action required on our
No
part.
action required.
It's just a notification to the public.
Yes, sir.
All right. Item 5, I think, is yours also.
Yes,
Notice of
sir.
election, Tangipahoa Parish Fire Protection District Number 1.
Pretty much the same thing, a little bit of a twist on this one. They're asking for a 10 mil 10-year property tax in lieu of an existing 5 mil tax that they have.
Yes.
So if this proposition should fail, the existing 5 mil tax that they have, which was passed in April 9, 2016, that existing 5 mil tax will still stay in place. So this is
So the 10 will not, if it fails, the 5 stays in place.
you got it.
But if the 10 passes, the 5 goes away and the 10.
You got it.
Okay.
And it's for purchasing fire protection equipment, maintaining and operating district's
Yes.
fire protection facilities and equipment, obtaining water, paying the salaries of district employees, providing state retirement for employees of the district, and enhancing the district's emergency medical service program, and improving manpower.
And how long is that one?
10
That would
years.
be 10 years.
10 years.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Ryan. All right,
you.
we'll get into regular business. Adoption of ordinances. Item 6, adoption of ordinance 2316, authorizing the lease of property at Tangipahoa Parish Communications District Board for the existing site at 211 Campo Lane, Amite, Louisiana. And this is an adoption. Is there a motion?
So moved.
That was,
Joseph.
Mr. Joseph. Was there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Forrest. Call roll, please.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Richtel? Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Bial?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Coates?
Yes.
Mr. Forrest?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Motion passes 8-0. Item 7, adoption of ordinance 2359, granting Energy LLC the renewal of a franchise for a period of 25 years in Tangipahoa Parish.
So moved.
Mr. Bruno, is there a second?
I'll
Second by Mr. Risdale. Would you call roll, please?
Mr. Richtel? Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Bial?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Coates?
Yes.
Mr. Forrest?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Motion passes 8-0. Next item is item 8, adoption of ordinance 2360, placing 25-mile-an-hour school zone speed limit signs on Old Genesee Road entering Midway Elementary School in District 4. Mr. Bruno?
Yes, and this is actually the little street that runs behind the school. And, yeah, I'll make that motion.
A second.
First by Mr. Bruno, second by Mr. Joseph. Would you call roll, please?
Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Bial?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Coates?
Yes.
Mr. Forrest?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Richtel?
Item 9, adoption of ordinance 2362, amend TP ordinance 2355, chapter 36, planning and development standards for subdivision of property, minor subdivisions, family petitions.
So move.
That's first by Ms. Hyde. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Bruno. Would you call roll, please?
Mr. Bial?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Coates? Yes. Mr. Forrest?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Richtel? Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Passes 8-0. Item 10, ordinance 2363, placing 15-mile-an-hour speed limit signs on Charlotte Drive and on Mato Lane in District 4. Mr. Bruno?
So moved.
Mr. Bruno's the first. Is there a
I'll
second?
second.
By Mr. Joseph. Would you call roll, please?
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Coates? Mr. Forrest?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Richtel?
Yeah.
Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Bial?
Yes. Item passes 8-0. Item 11, adoption of an ordinance 2364, 25-mile-an-hour school zone speed limit signs on Ridgedale Road entering, exiting Ponchatoula High School in District 9. Ms. Hyde?
So move.
So move. Is there a second?
Second.
Ms. Coates, would you call roll, please?
Ms. Coates? Mr. Forrest?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Richtel?
Yes.
Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Bial?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Okay, now we get into introduction of ordinances. Introduction of ordinance 2365, an ordinance amending and enacting Chapter 48, Traffic and Motor Vehicles, Article 3, Operations Section, maximum speed limits established. Public hearing for this will be on Monday, the 27th. And basically what we're doing here is roads in Tangipahoa Parish would be 35 miles an hour. Subdivision would be 25 miles an hour unless otherwise posted.
Correct.
So that's what's taking place here.
I'll make that motion.
Ms. Hyde, is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Ms. Coach. Would you call roll, please?
Mr. Forrest?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Richtel? Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Bial?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Coates?
Okay, item 13, introduction of 2366. A public hearing will be on that first item out on November the 27th. Public hearing on this one will be November 27th. Ordinance 2366, amending and enacting Chapter 8, Amusements, Public Amusement, Division 2, Special Events Permits, Section 8-116 required and Section 8-120 council may impose prior to granting standing requirements and conditions. The public hearing for this is November 27th. This has to do with special events, which we've been kind of going at for quite a while. And what this is going to do is allow 2 special event applications during a rolling 365-day period on one site. If you do more than 2 in a 365-day, then you have to be classified as a commercial business, and you would go through the parish ordinances governing commercial properties. And the noise ordinance will be in effect. The other thing that's changed is noise control and time restraints. Unless permission is specifically granted by the parish council, all special events are subject to noise control ordinances in effect. Additionally, unless specifically granted permission by the parish council, all special events must end before 12 a.m. on weekends and 10 p.m. on weekdays. Is there a motion here?
I'll show that.
All right, Mr. Ridgel, is there a second?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph, would you call roll, please?
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Richtel? Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Bial?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Coates?
Yes.
Mr. Forrest?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, motion passes 8-0. Item 14, introduction of TP ordinance 2367, an ordinance amending and enacting Chapter 36, Planning and Development, Article 5, Standards for Development of Property, Section 36-113, General Standards for Major Subdivisions and Special Use Commercial Developments. Public hearing for this one will be on November the 27th, and on this one, it's all structures constructed on new lots in flood zone A and E on new lots will be taken out, which means it will affect existing lots or new lots.
Correct.
And that's the
So
change in this. Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Bruno. Would you call roll, please?
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Richtel?
Yes.
Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Bial?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Coates?
Yes.
Mr. Forrest?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Okay, item 15, introduction of an ordinance 2368, amending TP ordinance 2274-2023, budget of the Tangipahoa Parish Convention and Visitors Bureau. The public hearing for this will be on November the 27th, 2023.
So moved.
Does anyone have any questions on this? If not,
A second.
I heard a motion and a second. Mr. Bruno and Mr. Joseph. Would you call roll, please?
Mr. Richtel?
Yes.
Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Bial?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Coates?
Yes.
Mr. Forrest? Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Okay, the next item is 2369, introduction of an ordinance adopting the 2024 budget of the Tangipahoa Parish Convention and Visitors Bureau. The public hearing for this will be on December the 11th, 2023.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
All right, I think I heard Mr. Wells, and who else did I hear?
Me.
Mr. Bruno. So Mr. Wells and Mr. Bruno. Would you call roll, please?
Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Bial?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Coates?
Yes.
Mr. Forrest?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yeah.
Mr. Richtel?
Okay, item 17, introduction of TP ordinance 2370. Ordinance directing, I think Mr. Ryan's got this one too? Yes, correct, okay.
Yes, sir.
I'll let
Please
you
go
have
ahead. I just wanted to clarify something. Jill asked me a brilliant question the other day. You'll notice on this one, we're introducing an ordinance to levy the tax, and on 26, we're doing a resolution to levy the tax. That's because you all levy and collect the tax for the library, and then you give it to the library. So because of that, you have to do it via ordinance. You all are the governing body of Road Lighting District Number 1, which is item 26 on your agenda.
Yep.
And so you can levy the tax via a resolution.
All right, do I need to read, item 17 is introduction of ordinance 2370. An ordinance directing renewal of the levy and collection of 2.81 mil ad valorem tax on all properties subject to taxation within the boundaries of the parish for a period of 10 years, beginning in the year 2025, ending the year 2034, for the purpose of maintenance and support of the Tangipahoa Parish Library and its branches.
So moved.
Mr. Joseph, and the second was?
Second.
All right, Mr. Joseph and Mr. Wells, would you call roll, please?
Mr. Richtel?
Yes.
Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Bial?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Coates?
Yes.
Mr. Forrest?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Okay, passes 8-0. Item 18, introduction of an ordinance 2371. Ordinance placing 35-mile-an-hour speed limit signs on Perkins Nickens Road and Tuttle Road in District 10. Public hearing for this will be November the 27th. Ms. Coates?
Make that motion.
Ms. Coates is the first. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Ms. Hyde. Would you call roll, please?
Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Vial?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Coates? Mr. Forrest?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Richardson?
Yes.
Motion passes 8-0. Introduction of ordinance 2372, ordinance placing 15-mile-an-hour speed limit signs on Saint Road in District 6. Public hearing will be Monday, 27th, 2023. It's Mr. Mayu. If someone would make that for him, please.
I'll make that motion.
Now I'll second.
That was Ms. Hyde and Mr. Joseph. I'm Mr. Wells, I'm sorry. Would you call roll, please?
Mr. Vial?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Coates?
Yes.
Mr. Forrest?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Richardson? Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Okay. Item 20, introduction of ordinance 2373, an ordinance adopting the 2024 operating budget of the Tangipahoa Parish Library Board of Controls. Public hearing for this will be December 11th, 2023. Any questions, Mr. Bradford is here. If not, I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Joseph is the first and Mr. Wells is the second. Would you give me a roll call vote, please?
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Coates?
Yes.
Mr. Forrest?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno? Mr. Richardson? Mr. Wells? Mr. Vial?
Yes. Motion passes 8-0. Okay, item 21, we're getting into adoption of resolutions. A resolution of Tangipahoa Parish Council President and Government to approve to move forward with the condemnation proceedings of the structure located at 13258 Old Baton Rouge Highway, Hammond, Louisiana, 70403, assessment 4499700 in District 6. Again, this is Mr. Mayhews. If someone would make a motion for that, he is good with it.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Mr. Hyde, Ms. Hyde, and Mr. Wells, the second. Would you call roll, please?
Ms. Coates? Mr. Forrest?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Richardson?
Yes.
Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Vial?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Okay, item 22. I think Mr. Ryan's up to the podium. He's got this one also.
This is for the library, I think, Bob, is that correct? Yes. Yes. There were a total, we're going to verbally process the votes, we have to. So verbally, there were a total of 17,037 votes cast in favor of the proposition for the library, and a total of 10,781 votes cast against the proposition. Therefore, a majority of 17,037 votes were cast in favor of the proposition. There's no motion, there's no second, it's just, we have to say it.
You just have to read it, and we're good.
And now
Okay.
you're gonna,
Wait, Jim, you said there was 17,000 votes cast?
In favor.
17,037 in favor and
part.
10,078 against.
Okay.
So your next item is just a resolution to accept what I just read.
Okay. So item 23 is adoption of Resolution 2328, a resolution providing for canvassing the returns and declaring the results of the special election held in the parish of Tangipahoa, state of Louisiana, on Saturday, October 14th, 2023, to authorize the renewal of the levy and collection of a 2.81 mil ad valorem tax on all property subject to taxation within the boundaries of the parish for a period of 10 years, beginning with the year 2025 and ending with the year 2034, for the purpose of maintenance and support of the Tangipahoa Parish Library and its branches, and providing for other matters in connection therewithin. Is there a motion?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph, is there a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Wells. Would you call roll, please?
Mr. Forrest?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Richardson?
Yes.
Mr. Wells? Mr. Vial?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Coates?
Yes.
Okay,
And
passes
Mr.
8-0. Number 24, Mr. Ryan's got it.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. Same exact thing, a pro se verbal for road lighting district number 1. There were 3 votes cast in favor of the proposition of renewing the tax. It's a 2 mil tax for 10 years. And there were no votes cast against the proposition. Therefore, a majority of 3 votes were cast in favor of the proposition, and it passed.
So this one was
3
quick.
votes.
If the light somebody's driving.
This one was close. This one was close. Man shack. Okay. All right, so that's just a reading into the record, correct?
That's it, and then the next one is the same thing. It's just a resolution to say, yep, we accept those results.
Okay. 25 is adoption of Resolution 2329, a resolution providing for canvassing returns and declaring the results of the special election held in Road Lighting District 1 of the Parish of Tangipahoa, Louisiana, on Saturday, October 14, 2023, to authorize the renewal of the levy and collection of 2 mills ad valorem tax on all property subject to taxation within the boundaries of the district for a period of 10 years, beginning with the year 2025 and ending with the year 2034, for the purpose of providing and maintaining electric lights on streets, roads, highways, public places in the district, and providing for other matters in connection therewith. Is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, did you do 25?
That's the one he
That's
just.
what I just did.
That's what we're doing.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's what I'm reading,
I'll make that
Jim.
motion, David.
Okay, I've got a motion by Ms. Coates and a second. Is there a second?
Yes.
And by Mr. Joseph. Would you call roll, please?
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Richtel? Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Vial?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Coates? Mr. Forrest?
Yes.
Okay, so I read 23 in. Just
Okay, so the
to
next one is
backtrack.
just, we've verbally processed, we've accepted the returns via resolution, now we're going to levy the tax.
Okay.
What is your next resolution?
So 26, adoption of resolution 2340, a resolution directing renewal of the levy and collection of ad valorem tax of 2 mills on the dollar of assessed value of all property, subject to taxation with the geographic boundaries of Road Lighting District 1 of the Parish of Tangipahoa, Louisiana, for a period of 10 years, beginning with the year 2025, ending with the year 2034, authorized under provisions of Article 6, Section 32 of the Constitution of the State of Louisiana of 1974, as amended LARS 48-1306, and other constitutional and statutory authority as applicable for the purpose of providing and maintaining electric lights on the streets, roads, highways, and public places in the district. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Ms. Coates, is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Ms. Hyde. Would you call roll, please?
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Richtel? Yes. Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Vial?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Coates?
Yes.
Mr. Forrest?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Thank you,
Can I just
Mr.
say
Chairman,
one
members of
thing?
the council.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I just say
Mr.
one
Ryan?
thing?
Yes,
For
sir.
those people out there that say that their vote doesn't count. Three votes in that whole district decided for that whole community of what they're gonna pay.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
Now, just for those that out there that tell you all the time, my vote doesn't count, there's
Now
a
you
good
know.
example of
Now
that.
you
Three
know.
people decided what you're gonna pay in taxes. So, for those people listening that say that all the time, take a look at that and you should, change your mind immediately.
Okay, item 27, adoption of a resolution of the Tangipahoa Parish Council President Government Certificate of Tangipahoa Parish evidencing public approval of bonds pursuant to Section 147F of the Internal Revenue Code of 1968 as amended. And I think, is Ms. Homer here? Yes. And basically, this is no obligation on the part of the parish. This is just us in support of a
Correct.
first-time homeowner buyer program through the state. So I'm gonna let you take this one.
Correct. There's absolutely no risk or financial obligation. It just allows us to partner really and offer a bond in addition to the program that we already are under a cooperative endeavor agreement with you guys. It's really to help stabilize the interest rates. We've been met with a lot of opposition with that based on what's going on in the market, and this would give us the opportunity to offer a below-market interest rate to these first-time home buyers.
Okay. Any questions? Any questions for anyone for Ms. Homer?
So moved.
All right, Mr. Bruno, first, second was?
Thank you.
Mr. Wells. Would you call roll, please? Thank you for being here also.
Thank you.
Would you call
Mr.
roll, please?
Richtel?
Yes.
Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Vial?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Coates? Yes. Mr. Forrest?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Okay, item 28 is adoption of a resolution that passes 8-0. Item, resolution 2342, a resolution of the Tangipahoa Parish Council President Government to clarify private road status of Miller Lane Mobile Home Park. We've had a lot of discussions around this. Legal's been involved. I might just let you handle this one, if you don't mind. And it had to do with a mobile home park in my district that what we say was never in the parish maintenance system, but there needs to be some kind of clarification for this group, and I'll let you
Yeah,
explain it.
that's correct. There was a mobile home park, commonly referred to as Miller Lanes Mobile Home Park. There was some language on the original plat that was filed and recorded that may have been construed by some people possibly as a implied or tacit dedication of those roads as public roads. However, the parish has never taken any formal action to accept those roads, and the parish has never maintained those roads. Therefore, this just states that the parish has taken the stance that these roads are not public and they are still privately owned and privately maintained.
And there's a gentleman here, I think, representing the mobile home park, so I think you're good with this resolution, and our attorney's good with it, so if somebody make that motion for me.
So moved.
Mr. Bruno, is there a second?
Yes.
And Mr. Joseph, would you call roll, please?
Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Bial?
Yes?
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Coates?
Yes.
Mr. Forrest?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Richtel?
Yes.
Okay, motion passes 8-0. Any beer, wine, or liquor permits?
None.
Have you got any legal matters?
Nothing further.
Wow, councilman privileges.
I got a couple, David.
All right, Mr. Joseph?
I just want to thank the council and the parish president and the administration for all the support that the citizens give to our veterans. We just celebrated Veterans Day on Sunday. And I tell people all the time when I go away giving speeches, I tell them that, and it's the truth, that this is the most patriotic parish in the state. You all really, really do a good job supporting our veterans. My Vietnam Veterans Chapter 1052, not one time have we come to the parish president asking him for help or support. Not one time did he turn us down. So on behalf of all those men and women who served, I want to say thank you all again. And on top of that, Ken, I want to thank you and Richard for all the great publicity y'all give to our fellow veterans as well. And having said that, on 15th of November, this Wednesday, there's a Veterans Recognition Program at Lolly Kemp Hospital, starting at 10 o'clock in the morning. And the keynote speaker will be Billy Robbins, who was nominated as Veteran of the Year. And our special guest will be our Secretary of Veterans Affairs, Joy Strickland. So if y'all can find a time, you have a copy of this in your packet. If y'all can find time, I'd like for y'all to come. Ken, I'm gonna give you guys a copy of this as well. Please. And again, thank y'all for what y'all do for the cause of the veterans. Okay. Thank you, sir.
And we have a couple of veterans on our board. As you know, we thank you, Mr. Joseph, and we
you.
thank you, Mr. Ridgel, for your
Thank you.
service.
Appreciate it.
Any other councilman privileges? Okay.
I have one thing.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I know we have fire board also, but, I mean, no, we don't have fire board. But it rained today, but we still under a burn ban, right? Because I get calls every single day. So just want to kind of put it out there. We are still in a burn ban. We're still dry, but we did get some rain, but hopefully we'll get some more to kind of alleviate
It's been
that.
so dry, I walked outside and didn't realize you got wet from that stuff.
Yeah.
They hadn't seen it in so long. Any other councilman privileges? Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
By Mr. Bruno, any objections? Hearing no objections, meeting adjourned. Thank you.